When your power goes out, remember just how inconvenient your life can be. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you'll have power when you need it. Our Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted. Get a free 10-year warranty with the purchase of any air-cooled generator. Call Generac Generators today. Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
The duck in the other room. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Dennis Phillips Live. So we're here with Amanda Malinowski with the Kiwanis Club in Tampa, and it's funny because she's looking at me getting ready for the show, and she's like, "You press all those buttons and you do all those camera shots." Like, oh yeah, we do all of that stuff. But I've been hearing that duck is going to fall in a wire, and I see lawsuit. It's just.
We have insurance.
So, all right. So, by the way, just so you know, yesterday we did no weather. We showed like the 7-day for 10 seconds, and then we talked about the Bolts, who are, by the way, losing right now 1-0 to the Rangers. But we kind of told you that would happen. Watch the. Yeah, there's a. I feel like this is on another network. You know, you have the show The Masked Singer, and I'm waiting like it's gonna pull the head up and it's gonna be Taylor Swift or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Taylor Swift behind there. Wait a minute, now you can't see you.
There you go. There you go, right there.
You know what? When I started the show years ago, I'm like, you know, we're going to talk about serious weather, and we're going to talk about hurricanes, and we're going to inform the masses of all this stuff. By the way, right now we are live on TikTok. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram. Instagram, you got to do better than that for Instagram. It's kind of hyperventilated there. We're live on YouTube, and we're live on streaming. So we're all these places, and if Facebook has not been working right on the comment section lately. I got to go on my phone for it to work so people can get comments on here.
We're going to see what people have to say.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh, look, everybody's like, hello, duck, hello. Hey, I thought I just heard the duck talk.
No, she quacks.
Oh, because Daisy Duck talks.
Yeah.
And Donald. All right, so why do we? First of all, how many Jeeps did you steal these ducks from? Because that's what I want to know.
No, they steal them from us.
They steal them from y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, why are we blessed? What's the duck's name?
Miss
Lucky.
Wait a minute. The duck, she does talk.
She shouldn't be talking.
She should, look at that face. She shouldn't be talking.
Are the kids watching?
That's like a Disney character. You know, they do not. I have a headache. All right, so no, I'm joking. All right, why are y'all here? What's going on with the whole duck thing? Because there's got to be a reason for this mayhem.
There is a reason. We are having our 10th annual rubber duck race, the Incredible Duck Race in downtown Tampa this weekend, Saturday, April 18th.
And it's with the Kiwanis Club.
It is Kiwanis Club of Tampa. We do this as a fundraiser every year to help raise money for all of our programs. And it's a fun way to get people in the community involved with our organization and raise money for a good cause.
So how do they do it? What do these ducks have to do with this?
So this is the actual ducks that race, okay?
Okay.
So it's this size, and we put them in a big box, and everybody can come out and see them. It's like a big cage.
Okay.
And we put out kind of like oil containment booms. That
They
you
go
would
in the
see.
river?
They go in the river, downtown in Curtis Hickson. But we put out a containment boom so they don't escape. They don't all go down the river. We're very careful about
Are you
that.
going to try to like have a mass exodus, like freedom? And
No,
Just
we
go
have to
out.
keep the river very clean. So we
makes
try.
sense.
Yes, our goal is to leave the river cleaner than we found.
Well, wait a minute here. We've got some video up for you, so check it out. So what are we looking at right here?
Yep, that's it. So you can see those yellow tubes on the side. Those are the booms that contain our ducks, and it's a free family event. All of our games are duck themed. So that's a ring toss that you're looking at right there. And
The kid was trying to bounce it off the grass. I mean, that's some skill on
It's
that.
a strategy there.
So there they are.
Yeah. So we have all sorts of like festival, carnival type events. A lot of different vendors come out, food trucks. We have a DJ, bounce houses. The kids love the bounce houses.
Yep.
And it's just a way to get the family to come out. Cotton candy. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of cotton candy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot
that's
of
awesome.
blue-faced children.
So that's my favorite. The blue raspberry is always my favorite. I mean, I don't even know if there's really flavors on it, but I always think the blue raspberry is typically my favorite. And all right. So what's going on here?
So we actually release the ducks. So that's about 12,000 ducks that we release into the river. We corral them so that only one duck can cross the finish line at a time. And the first duck that crosses the finish line wins $5,000. That's it right there. So you can only get one in that little duck trap, and that's the winner.
Does the Hard Rock offer odds on this? On who?
They should do that. Yeah.
So wait. How do people get? How do they get? So they get a duck and they put their name on it or something?
We
or
actually
what?
number it. So our volunteers were out about 2 weeks ago, and we had a bunch of high school students helping us do this. We put little sticker numbers on the bottom of each duck, 12,000 stickers over and over.
You got to do that manually?
Because we want to make sure all of the ducks, as people are getting their numbers, and it's essentially like a raffle, right? It's a duck raffle. So
Right.
we do it all every year. We stick our new numbers on there so we know that every number is actually in the race.
So I remember in carnivals, like little carnivals, you had those little bitty ducks and you would lift them up, and if there was a number underneath or whatever, you'd get a prize. Same mindset?
Same mindset. So the first duck that crosses the finish line,
You're
we
molting.
Yeah.
You're,
feathers everywhere.
you're molting. What? Okay.
So yeah, there's a number at the bottom. So once the first one comes, we match that number to whoever got that duck, just like a raffle ticket.
And how do people wait a minute. Okay, can people still get ducks? Or are
Yeah.
you sold out?
No, we're not sold out yet. We're a little more than halfway to our goal, so there's still plenty of ducks available. If anyone wants a duck, they're just $5 to get a duck in the race. I know, there's feathers everywhere. $5 for a duck, or you can get a quack pack that's 5 ducks for $20. That's Lucky's favorite.
A quack
Yeah.
pack.
We have all sorts of specials, and you get them online. It's just tampaduckrace.com. You can fill out all the information.
Put that here. Let's put that on the stream here. TampaDuckRace.com.
Yes.
All right, TampaDuckRace.com. There you go.
Perfect.
All right, and what are the hours? Like when does all the festivities going on?
So the event is.
What is this?
She gestured. She's posing.
You should go to the Green Wall and do some weather over
She
there.
would
That
love
would
to
actually
do
work.
the
We
weather.
should oh man, can we do that? Here, wait a minute. All right, here's what I want you to do. Go over to the Green Wall. Here, I'm gonna help you. Here, you keep talking, but I'm gonna help you so you don't fall and break your neck. Because we would hate to have the duck breaker's neck. All right, so wait, watch
So
your
the event
step.
is
There
from
you
10
go.
a.m.
Okay,
to 1
go over
p.m.
to the Green
and
Wall.
the ducks race at noon.
Oh, can we take that camera? Jonathan, you're showing WSI. I don't want to show WSI. Show the. I don't know this. There you go.
Oh, this is great.
So now wait a minute. Can you, John? Okay, here, now our director. Can you put her with the WSI there? Can you show like you're doing weather? Wait a minute. This. Oh wow. Okay, watch this. Here, I'm gonna give you my clicker.
Oh boy.
I don't know how this happened, but this is quality television right here. All right, here you go. Wait. Here's the clicker. Now you got to hit the green button. Okay? green button, and you're talking about El Nino right there, by the way. Green button's not working here. I'll get it. There you go.
Wow.
There you go. So, she's not mic'd up, but you get the idea. And see how easy it is? Even a duck can do it. It's a true story. Even. Okay. Somebody's a ham. Somebody likes being in front of the camera.
Oh, she's ready. She'll start.
Okay. All right. So let's look at radar. And what's her name again?
Miss Lucky.
Miss Lucky, we don't have any rain. It's so dry out. I know. It makes me sad, too. But you know what? For Saturday, the weather's going to be really good. Yeah. It's going to be around 90 degrees. And right now, it's in the mid to upper 80s. So, all right. So thank you, Miss Doug. Let's come back to me and Amanda real quick. So,
I like that you started this segment saying this was supposed to be really serious.
Yeah.
How did you end up with us?
Well, I love that y'all are here, but it's a true story. This started kind of as a weather chat where we only talked about weather, and somehow over time, and I get nasty messages from people like, why aren't you doing weather? I'm tired of, I'm not, this is supposed to, and they'll say like, I thought this was a weather chat. I'm like, no, sorry, it used to be, but now it's not. So, all right, but the Kiwanis Club does great things for the community. So let's talk about that as well.
Yeah, so our club, the Kiwanis Club of Tampa, we have been helping children in the community since 1919. So over 100 years that we've been doing this. Well, not the race, but helping kids. And so this is our biggest fundraiser. Last year, this event raised $50,000 that all went back into our programs for children. So every year, our big programs are things like back-to-school immunization events, where we have kids get the immunizations they need to get started at the middle school level. We do scholarships for children. We build residential accessibility ramps for families who have a family member who's in a wheelchair. And then our big Christmas party every year, we sponsor about 150 students who are at risk and identified by social workers in their school. We throw them a big party. Santa Claus comes. It's very exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, we even get the big guy. And we get them school supplies, clothing, gifts off of their wish list. And then our most popular program right now is we're working really hard to promote literacy and a love for reading with our children. So we have a story walk program, which is essentially a picture book in a sign installation in 5 parks around Hillsborough County. And so the idea is that kids go from station to station, about a half-mile walk, so they're reading and they're getting a little activity.
Wow.
And they read 1 or 2 pages, and then they have to go a little further down the path, and they read 1 or 2 pages and a little further down. And we translate it in English and in Spanish, and we change the stories out every month across 5 parks around Hillsborough County.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How long have y'all been doing that?
So the story walk, we've had one at Al Lopez Park right across the street for maybe 4 or 5 years, and then we have a partnership with the Children's Board of Hillsborough County that helps us now deploy it in 4 additional parks. That's been going on. This is our 3rd year.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
It really is. Well, remind the people again one more time. So you just found out where some of this money goes for. So the great work that the Kiwanis Club of Tampa does. Remind people again how they get involved this Saturday, and when is the actual race? When do they drop the ducks into the water?
These are all great questions. So it's this Saturday, April 18th. You don't have to be present to win. So I always like to mention that. So if you think it's a great cause and you want to adopt a duck and take a chance to win the prize and support, you just go to tampaduckrace.com. You get a duck for just $5. And the event is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and the ducks race at noon.
And how long does it take to get the ducks to the finish line?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. Some years it goes very quick, and it's kind of anticlimactic because they just whoosh down and then they're done. And some years the river, actually the current goes both ways depending on the day and the time of day. So sometimes we have to fight the current.
Well, that'd be kind of fun. I don't know.
It is. Everyone's out there cheering for their ducks. We get the Pirate Water Taxi comes out and they help us churn the water a little bit. The police boats are out there spinning around trying to get the water moving. So, you know, it could take anywhere from 15 minutes, 45 minutes, and
5 hours.
no, but at some point we have to help them along and get them down to the finish line. So we pull the winners there, we announce them live, we call everybody who wins, And first prize is $5,000. Second prize is $1,000. Third prize is $500. And then we have prizes all through 10th place, different tickets and gift cards that have been donated by the community. And I think this year, actually, I didn't tell you this, we're going to have a prize for the last place duck.
Is that a date with Miss Lucy?
No. We have a fun prize that was donated by one of our sponsors. But that last duck that never makes it, that's just stuck, they'll get a prize too. That's
That is
always
amazing.
a fun phone call to make.
Well, it is. So great cause. A really 12,000 is the goal.
Yes.
Is that? And last year
We did 12,000.
I was going to say you didn't quite get that little quack out there.
She's been on a media tour all week. We were here yesterday.
Oh, were you for the morning blend?
Yes. So she's getting a little.
Did you get? Yeah, but did you get to do the weather at the Green Wall in the morning blend? Exactly. We're way more fun than the morning blend. That's just what I'm saying. So, all right. Well, that is awesome. So, will you let us know how it goes? Will you reach out next week and tell us how the event went? Okay. And so again, this Saturday and the website again, and they can get the entries right there on the website, right?
Yes. Yeah, we recommend, because every year we do sell out, and that's the goal. So we hold a few to sell at the event, but the goal is to get them all sold. So we sell as many as we can in advance. So TampaDuckRace.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
us.
I
This was
appreciate
so
it.
fun.
Thank you. We appreciate it, guys. All right, I guess I'll do a little bit of weather. I suppose I have to because, there's a few people out there. When's he going to get to weather? I hate this guy. It happens all the time. Anyway, there's a look at the... And there you go. All right, all's good. All right, there's a look at the weather. Temperatures in the mid-70s. And definitely thank you very much for coming out, Amanda. And thank you, Ms. Lizzie. You guys are amazing. All right, so, and Mariana saying, you're quacking me up. And now people are saying, is Ducky still up and running? So, yeah, there it is. So, you're going to take the ducks? I want those ducks. Thank you. We now have our new mascot. All right. Thanks, Miss Lucky. Thanks, Amanda. All right, there's a look at temperatures right now across the area. By the way, the Bolts are, last I checked, down 1-0. And, if you were watching last night, if you remember, Dave said that most of the Lightning players would probably not play much tonight. So you had to think maybe this might, because they've already clinched home ice advantage for the first round of the playoffs against the Canadiens. And I don't think they've announced exactly when that game is, although they were hinting at this weekend, maybe Sunday. So we will see. We will see just pretty much how the extra day off will help the team, help the boys. But we have temperatures right now. I'm going to go back and let's go back to the El Nino because Ms. Lucky tried her best to talk about El Nino, but I do want to talk a little bit more about it because I keep seeing things that I don't want to say they're misleading, but they're misleading. I don't want to say they're inaccurate, but they're inaccurate. Here's the deal. Look, some of the models, and the Euro has been one of the models predicting there would be an El Nino. All it does is predict how much above average, the norm, whatnot, the water temperature will be. All right? So if you get 3 degrees above what would be considered normal average, that would be considered a super El Nino. I don't know who named it that. I've heard Godzilla El Nino. I've heard, whatever. The accuracy rate on the prediction of whether or not this would be a 3-degree or greater El Nino is about 50-50. So in other words, if anybody's got a coin, go ahead and flip it because that's about how accurate it is. So to sit here and make all these waves about how we will have severe weather, granted, if there is I'm not even going to call it a super El Nino. If there's an El Nino where it's a rather strong El Nino where the temperature variance is at 3 degrees or greater, then in the wintertime, almost always the southeast has more rain, which is not a bad thing, has more severe weather, which is a bad thing, and quite often has more tornadic thunderstorms in and around the southeast because that is the track of the subtropical jet stream. All right? So if we were to get the bigger contrast in temperatures, in other words, the warmer the water, the greater the contrast, the more volatile the atmosphere would likely become, and we would have a better chance of severe weather. But overall, it is not just all or nothing. It's not like, hey, we're going to get a super El Nino. What does that mean? It's just the degree how much that water warms. If it's 1 degree, it's an El Nino. If it's 1.5, it's a little bit stronger. If it's 2, it's stronger than that. So again, I'll say this one more time. The accuracy rate on El Nino predictions, and oh, by the way, there's a couple other things that go on as well. There's several different European models that are forecasting this. And I want to see if Miss Lucky, you okay back there? All right, Miss Lucky's okay now. Miss Lucky, I was worried about being overheated in that thing. So, you know, when this area of warm water retreats and comes back toward western South America, that is when you start to see the impacts on the weather in the Atlantic Basin and across the U.S. And in the winter, the impacts are very different than in the summer, all right? So in the wintertime, that's when you have a very active subtropical jet due to that El Nino. It's wetter across the desert Southwest, Texas, and along the Gulf Coast. And with an active storm track, you're likely going to see more severe weather out of this, all right? But overall, and David's asking if we have a heat dome coming. That's another one. That's another one that cracks me up. I mean, you know what? I don't know what we did in the world before we had all these fancy schmancy ways of talking about it's going to get hot for a few days or whatever. Look, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but we sometimes get high pressure, and a dome of high pressure makes things very warm. Sometimes, like every year, it happens. But for whatever reason, and most of it's social media, you have all these, you know, people saying, oh, we've got a super dome of hot weather. It's going to be a heat wave. You know what? It happens. It happens all the time. Why are you making it saucier than just what it is, which is just a heat wave? And in my opinion, that's why people at home start to no longer listen to the stuff, because they think everybody's trying to make a mountain out of a molehill and make it bigger than it really is. We get hot weather. We get cold weather. We get storms. Yes, we do. And if I was absolutely convinced that the predictions from the Euro of a +3 or greater temperature variance in the Pacific would occur, I would probably be talking more about the severe threat. But again, the odds are about 50-50. So here's what we suspect. A lot of consensus that there will be an El Nino heading into the fall and the winter. If it does, we are going to have impacts. If that temperature is 3 degrees or greater, then the impacts will be greater. But again, I'll say it one more time. It's just about a 50-50. The predictions are by no means set in stone that that's going to happen. But with an El Nino developing, more often than not, you get the trade winds are impacted, upper level winds are impacted, shearing winds are impacted, and it's less likely that you will have as many hurricanes develop as you would on a normal season. Now, that's in the Caribbean and in the tropical Atlantic. That does not necessarily include the Gulf or the Northern Caribbean. And it is very common in El Nino years that you can get development in the Gulf or the Northern Caribbean. And you can actually get it earlier in the season as well. So, look, do I think an El Nino is going to happen? Yes. Do I think we will have a strong El Nino? It's 50-50. But the way it's showing up on so many places is it's set in stone. It's going to happen. Run for your lives. Man, I mean, I get it why people are kind of like, the weather people don't know what they're talking about. Because there's so much nonsense out there to get people to watch. So the bottom line is we are going to have a dry stretch of weather through May like we usually do. We're going to be having brush fire dangers in April and May and into June like we usually do. And the rainy season will start to kick in mid-June like it usually does. Will we see a weak tropical system in the Gulf early June, which can do wonders for a drought? Let's hope so. but there's no indication one way or the other. And no matter what you're hearing or reading about an El Nino or a Godzilla El Nino by the way, did you see the trailer for Godzilla Minus Zero? Just came out yesterday. Godzilla Minus One was a great flick. Loved it. Won an Oscar for visual effects. The new trailer is out for Godzilla Minus Zero. Comes in 2 years after Godzilla Minus One, and Godzilla comes to New York. Just walks right by the Statue of Liberty in the trailer. So same characters, same kamikaze pilot, same girlfriend of his, same child, her son. I think it was a son. I think it was a son. Maybe it was a daughter. But anyway, it was her child. And anyway, it looks like it's going to be awesome. So, all right. So anyway, that's where we are. All right, the forecast for us, the drought. And this is something, the new drought numbers come out tomorrow. I think that Polk County might show a bit of improvement, but for most of us, not so much. I show this map because we're in an extreme drought ourselves in the Bay Area, but you go up into the Big Bend, it's what's known as exceptional. It's category, it's a 5 out of 5. So the drought is as bad, it's worse in the Big Bend and the Panhandle than it is here. And ironically enough, when you look at where most of the fires are burning, the majority of these fires are burning in the same area. The droughts are the worst. Isn't it interesting how that works? So there's the fires that are burning across Levy County, areas to the north, Citrus County, north of Citrus County, up toward Lafayette County, a couple around Gainesville, which is probably around Paynes Prairie. You can see these here. Now, these are all small, very small. But when I got home from work last night, there's a 20-acre fire right there in Alachua County. But when I got home from work last night, I did smell smoke. And with an easterly wind, east to southeast wind, it could be, probably still is, from what's going down here. This was the biggest one, 1,700 acres. It's now 70% contained in Collier County. But again, my point is, with the drought being as it is, here's a little one in Polk County, 2 acres. It's little, not contained, right around Lakeland. Well, southeast of Lakeland, actually, but it's Lakeland field units covering it. It is still active in Kissimmee Park. And another one on the Manatee-Hillsborough County border, also 2 acres, and that's 95% contained, so that's almost contained. So, and then there's been one burning around Hudson for a while. That's still active, 90% contained. It's 25 acres, so it's possible that's one I could have been smelling too, since I live in northern Pinellas. But bottom line, this is what we are going to get more of. Absolutely. More fires are going to happen. Here's the one in Hardy County. That's 7 acres, 85% contained. So as long as we are in a significant drought, and we are, David, it will be windier on Sunday than it will be on Saturday. Yeah, I don't know where the ads are you're talking about. That must be a Facebook thing, because I have no control over any of that. None at all. They're not coming from me, I promise. So overall, temperatures right now, there's the radar, not a drop of rain. We might see a bit of rain on Monday with our next front. Temperatures right now in the 70s. It's really nice out. Highs in the low to mid 80s. A quick look at the temperatures expected over the next 7 to 10 days. 91 on Saturday in Tampa with some records possible, 86 on Sunday. And then from Monday through Thursday, we have highs in the low to mid 80s. So actually behind the front that's going to come through, some really nice weather. But unfortunately, looking at the rain chances, here's where we are. So here is Thursday morning, Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. There comes the front. Monday morning, the front comes through with very little chance of any rain, maybe some showers across South Florida. And that's about it. So unfortunately, the rain chances remain extremely low. Streamers, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. No DPL on Friday. We'll be live at the pep rally at Sparkman Wharf. Have a great night. Okay, so streamers are gone. All right, so let's go back to where we were and look at temperatures. Yeah, I'm with you, Suncoast Skywarn Spotter. There's so much hype with a heat wave. Look, I mean, here's the way I look at it, right? If we're not breaking a record every day, it's been hotter before, right? If we're not breaking a record high every day, there have been previous years where it's been as hot or hotter. So I just, for the life of me, don't understand why it is becoming such a thing. I don't. I mean, look, whatever. I was already on my soapbox. Okay, let's go back. Where were we? We were still talking about the highs today. Hit the low to mid 80s. All right. Tampa right now, partly cloudy, 74 degrees, looking out over Ray J. Really nice evening. The evenings have been beautiful. And the high today hit 82. That's actually 1 degree below average, shockingly enough. Kathy was in Cedar Key for a couple of days. Carlos, how you doing? You know what, David? We can absolutely bring, Wendy has been on before. We are going to bring Wendy in. We're also going to bring Jocelyn, my producer/handler, in, because everybody wants to talk to Jocelyn. And I don't think I have a guest tomorrow, so it's just us. So anyway, there's a look at the satellite radar. Adam's saying some nasty weather's coming toward the Rays game in Chicago, taking on the White Sox tonight. So a mixture of clouds and sunshine tomorrow. And we are going to see high temperatures pretty much in the upper 80s and then right around 90 degrees by the weekend. But look, bottom line is, you know, as we get closer to hurricane season, we are obviously going to be spending a lot more time talking about the specifics of what's going on, about the weather, because I get it. You know, my take always has been, when it's hurricane season, when the weather's busy, we will talk all about that, and we will get a lot of folks in here because they're very interested in that. When there isn't, we kind of take another direction. And right now, there's about as little weather as you're ever going to see in the Bay Area. It's going to be sunny, it's going to be hot, and there's not going to be much rain, if any. And that is April and May. So that is about it for me. There's your 7-day. Pretty much uneventful. Here, quickly we can look at temperatures again. I have not shown the temperature map for everything. So here, let's go ahead and look at that. All right, so this is the current. So this takes us to, let's go back. Yeah, let's go to Friday morning. Well, here's tomorrow afternoon, mid 80s. Friday afternoon, mid to upper 80s. Saturday afternoon, lower 90s. So Saturday afternoon is the day where we're going to be looking at some record-breaking highs potentially. 1-0 Rangers now, second period. Just over 19 minutes left in the second period. All right, Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon, right back in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. And then there comes the front on Monday. Look at the blue colors, some cooler air behind the front for the Panhandle and in northern Florida. Afternoon highs, upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Tuesday morning, pretty nice, 50s to lower 60s. Tuesday morning will be the coolest morning we'll see. Tuesday afternoon, upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Really, really nice weather on Tuesday. Humidity will drop behind the front. Winds will be pretty breezy, and there will be fire dangers. And then low 60s for lows on Wednesday. So kind of cool in the mornings, and the afternoons in the low 80s. Oh, and the Rangers just scored again. 2-0 Rangers. Again, as we said, kind of expected it was going to play out that way. with the starters sitting for the most part, and Vasi not in the net. So, all right, guys, there you go. So, you guys have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. No DPL on Friday. I will be live. We're doing a Bolts special, Quest for the Cup, on Friday night at 7:30. So we'll be talking about that. And I'll be doing live from the pep rally that we talked about yesterday with Dave Randorf over at Sparkman Wharf. I believe it's from 6 to 8, maybe 6 to 9, but I know I'm going to be there from 5 until 8. So if you want to stop by the pep rally, say hi, please do. You guys have a great night. Thanks to the Kiwanis Club for stopping by, Amanda and Miss Lucky. And the race is coming up this Saturday. Again, you can go on the website, get your duck, and possibly win $1,000 in prizes, or was it even $5,000? I think for first prize. I think that's what it was. So you guys have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night on our next edition of Dennis Phillips Live. See you guys.